Namaskar, good evening. You're watching India Upfront and I am Swati Joshi. Who chooses whose sentiments matter, viewers? And whose sentiments can be ignored? When is an insult unacceptable and when can it be ignored? Why does the ecosystem erupt over one incident and conveniently fall silent when it doesn't suit their narrative? Tonight, we're going to talk about selective conscience. It's about pick and choose outrage. Let's be absolutely clear. What Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar did was wrong. Removing a woman's niqab without consent is unacceptable. A woman's dignity is non-negotiable. Loose, careless and insensitive comments by NDA leaders must be condemned and called out. So should the violent will break your hands comment by an AIMIM leader? Power does not grant anyone immunity from scrutiny. Now let's also ask a bigger question, another question. Where is the same anger when a TMC MLA says Lord Ram was a Muslim? Where is the collective condemnation from the same brigade when funeral pyres and Holika Dahan are called toxic and blamed for pollution? Where is the outcry when a Hindu devotee in Tamil Nadu allegedly self-immolates and takes his own life because he was reportedly anguished, upset over the denial of his right to light the holy Deepam in Madurai despite High Court's directions? Where is the Choice Gang's outrage when a husband brutally murders his wife and daughters for allegedly not wearing a burqa in Shamli? Suddenly the voices fade. Why? Because some are soft targets and others must always be appeased? This is not secularism. This is convenient morality. You cannot preach tolerance and practice silence. You cannot cry foul over one's sentiments, one community's sentiments, and dismiss the others as politics. Democracy does not survive on selective empathy. It survives on consistent principles. Anything else is not courage. It is political convenience.
माफी मांगने के बजाय जो बीजेपी के मिनिस्टर्स हैं वो कितने वल्गर स्टेटमेंट दे रहे हैं। हमारी औरतों का नकाब और हिजाब अगर आपने हुआ, यू प्लीज बी रेडी फॉर द कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस।
तू मेरी बच्ची को कहीं हाथ लगा देगा और हम खामोश बैठेंगे। अगर तू हमारे सामने होता तो तेरा हाथ तोड़कर दूसरे हाथ में दे डालते हम।
আমি বলছি রাম মুসলমান ছিলেন, অমিত শাহ বলল राम हिंदू छिलेन।
हमारा एक त्योहार है होली दहन का। पूरे देश में कम से कम 5 करोड़ स्थानों पे एक साथ होली दहन होता है। उससे कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड निकलता है, कार्बन मोनोक्साइड निकलता है।
All right, let's open this up. Let's go across to our guests. At the moment, we are joined by Ravi Srivastava, political analyst, and we have Asif Sohail, also a political analyst. Let me begin with you, Ravi Srivastava ji. ये क्या नया ट्रेंड शुरू कर दिया है? Selective secularism. The allegation is that the opposition's version of secularism is Hindu bashing, but outrage when they believe that the sentiments of their vote bank is being heard.
Good evening, Swati. First of all, I would not call it a selective one. But what I would say is that making a statement and physically outraging the modesty of a woman are two different things. What Nitish Kumar did was absolutely incorrect, and it was, it was wrong, and the action should be taken against him as per the law. As far as the statements are concerned, statements are from both sides, and provocative statements are made. Madan Mitra's statement, you are saying, is more than 1.5 years old before some assembly election.
So does that mean that he can make that statement?
Have been taken
it's
out
1.5 years old, so that should not be condemned and criticized? Because it's 1.5 years old, one should not highlight it, condemn or criticize it?
Swati, I am also belonging to Hindu religion, and I am not upset with these kind of stupidities. Let them do it. Because they cannot, they must be having their own reasons for this.
No,
somebody
that's
calling
very
Bhagwan Ram a Muslim.
That's very interesting. It's a stupidity in this case. But had a statement been made by the opposite side, you would have said this is communal, divisive agenda. So it becomes communal, divisive agenda when the other side makes a statement, but it's mere stupidity. It's mere stupidity when such statements come in from the opposition side, and you've just explained what selective secularism is.
I'm telling that Sir, you have quoted that Sir Tan Se Juda, on which some bail application has been denied by the Honorable High Court. I say that this is absolutely as per the law. Action should be taken. They are not the Muslims. They are the real extremists, and they should be brought to book. Those who make this kind of slogans, whether it is Madan Mitra or whether it is that person who was in the crowd making this kind of a statement in Bareilly. So the law should take action against them both. I'm not selective in that.
Okay.
If they are doing unlawful things, they should be brought to book.
What about statements that have been made about Sanatan Dharma being equated to AIDS and other diseases?
Already the matter had reached to the Honorable Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court did the right thing in that case also. So it is a wrong statement.
Okay.
It is a particular party's ideology. If they have it, they got people in Tamil Nadu who support it. So it is up to them.
People in Tamil Nadu are supporting it on what basis?
Be saying that.
No, on what basis are you saying people in Tamil Nadu are supporting it?
The party which is ruling there being voted back again. So it means that the
so
people
by
are,
our logic, so by that logic,
it.
nothing that the BJP says should be condemned because the people are supporting them. वो तो तीसरी बार प्रधानमंत्री बन गए नरेंद्र मोदी. Anything that he says should not be condemned because according to your logic, the entire country supports BJP and the statements that are being made by BJP leaders.
BJP only uses it. They weaponize the Ram's name.
Oh.
This is everywhere where as if they are the custodian of Ram.
So BJP is weaponizing Ram.
Worship Ram.
Okay, you can have your angst and criticism of the Bharatiya Janata Party, but BJP weaponizes Ram, and the opposition just makes statements like Ram was a Muslim, and that is not weaponizing or hurting anyone's sentiments. Let me now introduce our other guests. We have Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Shubhrashtra, author and founder of The Churn, joins us on the broadcast. Mohammad Faiz Khan, national convener, Muslim Rashtriya Manch, is also part of the panel. Professor Monojit Mandal, political analyst, joins us. Asif Suhail is with us on the broadcast along with Ravi Srivastava. And also joining on the broadcast is Dr. Pulla Rao, a political analyst. And before you all joined, I was just having a conversation with Ravi Srivastava about selective secularism of the opposition. And Sanju Verma, Ravi Srivastava says BJP weaponizes राम का नाम. आप लोग communal divisive agenda लेकर चलते हैं. That's why you make such statements.
You know, Swati, I'm not shocked by what Ravi Srivastava says because his hatred for BJP is well documented. But I want to say one thing. You made a very pertinent point. Udyanidhi Stalin, the son of Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, compares Sanatan Dharma to dengue, malaria, rabies, COVID, and the entire Darbari ecosystem consumes Fevicol. Madan Mitra, a senior TMC leader and a close confidant of Mamata Banerjee, makes a mockery of Prabhu Ram, and he says Prabhu Ram to Musalman the, Hindu the hi nahi. Then let me tell you, Karnataka Congress leader, very close to Siddaramaiah, Satish Jarkiholi, in November 2022, he said Hindus are dirty, vulgar and uncivilized, quote unquote. Then look at Dinesh Gundu Rao. He has been a cabinet minister so many times under the Siddaramaiah dispensation. What did he say? He said, why do these right-wingers and BJP supporters endorse Veer Savarkar? Veer Savarkar was a beast eater. He was no Hindu icon. And when asked to provide proof, he did what Rahul Gandhi does. Shoot and scoot politics. You tell me, Swati, गुस्ताके रसूल की एक ही सजा, सर तन से जुदा, सर तन से जुदा. This was the slogan which was chanted, and Kanhaiya Lal in Rajasthan was hacked to death. Umesh Kole in Maharashtra, again the same thing. गुस्ताके रसूल की एक ही सजा, सर तन से जुदा, सर तन से जुदा. The same Darbari ecosystem, TMC type, the Samajwadi type, they will say BJP is weaponizing Jai Shri Ram. But radical Islam, they will never condemn radical Islam. इनकी डर के मारे बोलती बंद हो जाती है. इनको इतना डर लगता है.
Okay, I want to bring in Professor Monojit Mandal. Professor Monojit Mandal, why does Madan Mitra want to know about Lord Ram's religious identity? People who worship Lord Ram, who believe in him, who have faith in Lord Ram, know what the religious identity of Ram is. Why make such statements if not to attack the Hindu faith?
First of all, I mean, nobody knows why did he make such comment in his personal capacity. We have no idea about that. If he said it is his problem, we have got nothing to do with that. The fact remains that BJP is, I think, the सबसे बड़ा धप्पा है राम के नाम पे. If Ram stands for development, equality and justice, BJP cannot be the follower of Lord Ram. BJP can be anything, but they don't stand for equity, justice and development. The most, not even for the Hindus, I tell you. The biggest example of that would be blocking funds for the poorest of the poor in Bengal. And I say it with full responsibility. 2 lakh crores of funds. And now they are changing even the name of the highest follower of Ram, the biggest follower of Ram in this country, that is Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. His name is being deleted from that internationally acclaimed, one of the game changers of 21st century India schemes, Manrega or Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. That is being now, you know, I think I mean, renamed G Ram G with this tongue twister is actually insult to Bapu, the biggest follower of Ram, the biggest symbol of justice, equality and development.
Yes,
so let not BJP talk about
you've spoken
Ram
for at least half a minute, so you can't accuse me of not allowing you to speak. But very conveniently, you're changing the goalpost. I asked you a question specifically about Madan Mitra. You're making this about the Manrega debate. This is not the Manrega debate happening. When a situation like this arises, TMC says, oh, we are distancing. That's a statement that has been made in personal capacity because he's talking about people who follow Lord Ram, because he's talking about the Hindu faith. Had such a statement been made by anyone else from the BJP against a specific community, would you have said the same thing, that this individual needs to answer, not the party? You would have directly jumped to conclusion saying this is the ideology of the party that this individual follows. And that is what is being called selective secularism, sir.
I will reply. Once Pragya Singh Thakur made a comment inside the parliament, as a member of the parliament, that Godse was a patriot, what did you say? Did BJP endorse? The Prime Minister himself says, I am angry at her comment.
ऐसा नहीं बोलना चाहिए था. Sanju Verma.
You know, Swati, I don't understand. You are asking Monojit Mandal about the radical Islamist behavior which is running amok in this country, brazenly at that. These people are scared to call out the bluff of radical Islam, but here he is lecturing BJP on propriety, probity, ethics, what have you. Very quickly, in 20 seconds, Malda riots of 2016 in Bengal under the incompetent nose of Mamata Banerjee, Bhaduria riots of 2017 under Mamata, 2018 Asansol riots, 2019 Jadavpur riots, 2020-21 Sita Kulchi riots, then the Panchayat elections in Bengal in 2023 and the last assembly elections in 2021, Hindus, especially BJP and RSS workers, were slaughtered, they were butchered, FIRs were registered, and within 24 hours, you know, every accused was let free, and the Kolkata High Court no less castigated Mamata Banerjee, saying that why do you even bother to register FIRs when you have allowed these people to go scot-free in less than 24 hours? And if you cannot maintain law and order, tell us, we will find a suitable alternative mechanism. So basically, Monojit Mandal, the Supreme Court and Kolkata High Court have called out the bluff of Mamata Banerjee. Thodi sharam hai, so apologize kijiye, don't indulge in false bravado, which is what you're doing.
Okay, I want to bring in Asif Sohail very quickly. Asif Sohail, what kind of a language is this? कोर्ट्स खत्म हो गए क्या इस देश में कि नीतीश कुमार का हाथ एक हाथ तोड़ के दूसरे हाथ में रख दिया जाएगा?
मैडम, आप नीतीश कुमार से सवाल करना चाहिए ना.
बिल्कुल, मैंने तो अपनी शुरुआत में इंट्रो में ही कह दिया कि नीतीश कुमार ने जो किया उसको कोई जस्टिफाई कर ही नहीं सकता.
देखिए, ये आज हिंदुस्तान का नहीं, पूरे दुनिया के अंदर कोई इसको जस्टिफाई नहीं कर सकता. किसी औरत की मॉडेस्टी के ऊपर आप हाथ लगाओगे तो उसे पता चलेगा कि उनकी परवरिश कैसी हुई है. मैं देखिए, उनके अपब्रिंगिंग के ऊपर नहीं बोल रहा हूँ,
हाँ।
पर देखिए हमारी एक संस्कृति है हिंदुस्तान के अंदर,
हाँ।
चाहे हिंदू हो या मुस्लिम हो,
हाँ।
ठीक है, अपने आप को कवर करते हैं।
हाँ।
ये देखिए एक मॉडेस्टी के लिए करते हैं,
हाँ।
ना बल्कि एक औरत के लिए। देखिए
नहीं, वो
उसको
कौन
अगर
अपने आप को कवर कर रहा है, कौन अपने आप को कवर कर रहा है, क्यों कर रहा है, आप उसके ऊपर छोड़ दीजिए। आप मुझे एक बात बताइए, आप नीतीश कुमार का हाथ तोड़ के दूसरे हाथ में रख देंगे? कोर्ट्स नहीं है इस देश में। इल्तिजा मुफ्ती ने जाकर कंप्लेन लिखवाई, आप एफआईआर करवाइए उनके अगेंस्ट, आप कोर्ट में घसीटिए नीतीश कुमार को, और जिसने कंट्रोवर्शियल स्टेटमेंट दिया आप सबको घसीटिए। बट व्हाट इज दिस माइंडसेट? ये क्या माइंडसेट है तुरंत वायलेंट प्रोवोकेशन का?
ठीक है मैडम, देखिए बराबर हमने कंप्लेंट दी है, एफआईआर भी होगा, हैदराबाद के पुलिस से हमने कंप्लेंट दी है इसको लेकर। पर ये एक चीफ मिनिस्टर होके जो हेड ऑफ द स्टेट है, अगर ये कर रहे हैं, और भाजपा के कितने मंत्री इसको जो सो सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, आप वो देखिए, वो
ठीक है,
बताइए।
और गलत है, मैंने पहले ही कहा ये गलत है। आसिफ सोहेल, I am not here to justify or defend Nitish Kumar or anyone else who's made a statement backing Nitish Kumar. आसिफ सोहेल, मुझे एक बात बताइए, आप जो कह रहे हैं बिल्कुल सही है, एक औरत की मॉडेस्टी के साथ खिलवाड़ हुआ है, नहीं होना चाहिए। तभी शामली से एक केस सामने आया था जिसमें पुलिस अफसर खुद कैमरे के सामने कह रहे हैं, मेरी बीवी ने मुझसे पैसे मांगे, बुर्का बिना पहने वो घर से बाहर निकल गई, मेरी इज्जत चली गई। He killed his wife and along with the wife 2 daughters. आप में से कितने लोगों ने स्टेटमेंट ऐसा दिया, उसका हाथ तोड़ने या पैर तोड़ने वाला? या कितने लोग गए पर्सनल कैपेसिटी में?
देखिए, मेरी बहन, बेटी और मेरी माँ और मेरे जितने लोग हैं, उनकी अपनी चॉइस है। उनको अगर कोई जबरदस्ती कोई चीज उनके कपड़ों को लेकर, उनकी जो फ्रीडम को लेकर अगर कोई उंगली उठाएगा तो हम बराबर उसका जवाब देंगे मैडम।
ये अभी आप यहाँ पर बोल रहे हैं, शामली के इंसिडेंट में आपने कुछ नहीं कहा। मैं यही तो हाईलाइट करने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ कि जहां कन्वीनियंट आप लोगों को लगता है, वहां आप ऐसे वायलेंट स्टेटमेंट्स भी दे देंगे, और जहां आपको लगता है कि क्या ही कहना है, चुप रहिए, तो वहां कन्वीनियंटली आप साइलेंट भी हो जाएंगे। लेट मी ब्रिंग इन Shubhrashta. Shubhrashta, not the first time that these statements have been made. Now, my question is, should one be embarrassed to be a Hindu? Now, look at the series of statements that have been made, and by responsible netas, some of them chief ministers, that there is a God for everyone in Hindu religion and faith, even for those who consume alcohol. Then you will have someone who will say, "Arey, Ram was a Muslim," and he'll say, I wanted to find out कि BJP का कितना ज्ञान है Ram पर, that's why I am doing this. Why? Keep religion aside if you truly are a secular.
Absolutely, Swati, you are talking logic. But tell me, can we have a rational conversation in this country? Whatever was said about, people consuming alcohol and having gods, I just want that, can I even articulate a counterpoint from and ask this from the Muslim community without being lynched in this country? It's a simple question I'm asking Asif Sohail. I'm asking Pulla Rao, I'm asking everybody who is sitting here, will they take responsibility for a very rational conversation on hijab, for a very rational conversation on Allah I want to have, quoting the, Quran? Can these guys tell me, give me a guarantee?
Asif Sohail, will you give that liberty and freedom to Shubhrashta or anyone else who wants to ask that question? या even benefit of doubt की ये तो individual capacity में बोल रही हैं कुछ।
ये बराबर उनको हक है पूछने का, मगर देखिए बदतमीजी करने का हक नहीं है। बदतमीजी का जवाब
फिर आप स्टैंड लीजिए सर। नहीं तो आसिफ सोहेल आप स्टैंड लीजिए। फिर आप तेलंगाना के मुख्यमंत्री ने जो किया वो बदतमीजी थी या क्या था? जो मदन मित्रा कर रहे हैं वो बदतमीजी है, क्या है?
समझ रहे हैं आप, हमारा दीन बदतमीजी करना नहीं सिखाया। आप जुल्म करिए, मोहब्बत से जवाब देंगे मैडम। आपकी इंसानियत,
आसिफ मुझे सिंपल सा जवाब दीजिए। आप बदतमीजी के लिए, बदतमीज सवाल पूछने के लिए तो एक लाइन खींच देंगे। शामली में उन जो महिलाओं के साथ हुआ उसके लिए क्या कोई तमीज, कोई तहजीब, कोई हुदगी, कुछ भी आप उसके लिए लगाएंगे?
मैडम देखिए,
एक शब्द बकार निकलेगा आपके मुंह से?
आप देखिए ना, इट्स ऑन द रिकॉर्ड। बराबर हमने कहा है, देखिए गलत तो गलत होता, चाहे वो मुल्क का प्रधानमंत्री करने दो या एक चपरासी करने दो।
एक सेकंड। शामली में प्रधानमंत्री को घसीटने की जरूरत नहीं है। एक मुसलमान आदमी ने अपनी पत्नी और अपनी बेटी का कत्ल किया सिर्फ इसलिए कि वह बुर्का पहनकर नहीं निकली। इसमें प्रधानमंत्री को लाने की जरूरत नहीं है। ये आप बदतमीजी की हद पार कर रहे हैं अब। और यहां पे इस पैनल में बैठे किसी भी व्यक्ति ने कभी भी किसी भी मोमेंट में नीतीश कुमार की हरकत का समर्थन नहीं किया। आपकी हिम्मत कैसे हुई कि आप इसमें देश के प्रधानमंत्री शांति वाले इंस्टेंस में देश के प्रधानमंत्री को लाने का क्या तुक बनता है?
मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं, गलत जो चीज, ये चीज के बारे में नहीं बोल रहा हूं मैं। गलत करने पे एक प्रधानमंत्री रहो, एक आम इंसान रहो, गलती होती है। अगर वो गलती की है तो उसको सजा देना चाहिए बराबर।
तो बात वही है ना, लेकिन वहां पर नहीं, वहां पर आप नहीं घुसाएंगे ना धर्म का एंगल। दैट इज व्हाट बीइंग सिलेक्टिव इज ऑल अबाउट। यही तो सिलेक्टिविज्म को हम हाईलाइट कर रहे हैं। और थैंक यू, इनफैक्ट आप मेरा पॉइंट प्रूव कर रहे हैं। आप स्टे ऑन विद अस। लेट मी ब्रिंग इन मोहम्मद फैज खान। मोहम्मद फैज खान, जब आप इस तरह के स्टेटमेंट सुनते हैं और इस तरह से आप देखते हैं कि डिबेट हो रहा है, तब आपको क्या लगता है मोहम्मद फैज खान, ये माहौल किसने बनाया देश ने?
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। रब्बिश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली। आवाज मेरी रिपीट हो रही है, देखिएगा। बिरादरान हिंद, अस्सलाम वालेकुम रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू। भारत माता की जय, वंदे मातरम। देखिए, पहले तो मैं आता हूं कि राम जी मुसलमान है, ये शब्द कहा गया। देखिए, मैं मुसलमान हूं और कलमा जब पढ़ा जाता है ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मदुर रसूलुल्लाह, तब मुसलमान कोई बनता है। और मैं राम जी की यदि वंशावली देखूं, उनका शिजरा देखूं, तो ब्रह्मा जी हुए, मरीचि हुए, ऋषि कश्यप हुए, विवस्वान हुए, मनु वैवत्स हुए, इसी वंश में इक्ष्वाकु हुए, असित हुए, महाराजा सगर हुए, असमंजस हुए, अंशुमान हुए, महाराजा दिलीप हुए, इसी वंश में भगीरथ हुए, रघु हुए, अज हुए, उनके पुत्र दशरथ हुए, और उनके पुत्र भय प्रकट, कृपाला, दीन दयाला, कौशल्या, हितकारी, हर्षित महतारी, मुनि मनहारी, अद्भुत रूप विचारी। ये जितना मैंने शिजरा बताया, इसमें से किसी ने भी ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मदुर रसूलुल्लाह ये कलमा नहीं पढ़ा था। तो इस तरह का स्टेटमेंट पहली बात तो नहीं देनी चाहिए कि जिससे किसी की भावना आहत हो, नुकसान हो, हर्ट हो। ये बिल्कुल गलत है। और हिंदुओं की भावना को एक खिलौना समझ के रख लिया गया। कभी अकबरुद्दीन ओवैसी कहते हैं हाँ मैं खाता हूं बीफ, कभी राम जी की माता के बारे में अपमानजनक शब्द कह देते, कभी कोई कुछ, कभी कोई कुछ कहता है। मतलब ये तमाशा नहीं बनाया जाना चाहिए। और बिल्कुल आपने सही मुद्दा उठाया है कि भाई नीतीश कुमार जी ने जो एक्ट किया उसकी आलोचना तो हो रही है, पर नियत गलत नहीं थी। एक पिता तुल्य कार्य किया, पर लड़की असहज हो गई। लेकिन हाथ तोड़ देंगे, पाकिस्तान से धमकी आ जाए और पाकिस्तान की धमकी का यहां के लोग समर्थन करने लग जाए, तो भैया जिन लोगों ने पहलगाम में हमला किया था उनके साथ इंडियन आर्मी ने क्या किया था, एक बात ध्यान रख लीजिए। ये हमारा
मोहम्मद फैज खान साहब, अगर वो लड़की अनकंफर्टेबल हुई, अगर उससे आक्षेप है, उसे आरोप है, नीतीश कुमार ने जो किया वो कोई जस्टिफाई नहीं कर सकता है। पहली बात ये मैं साफ स्पष्ट बता दूं, वो लड़की अनकंफर्टेबल हुई, उस लड़की को पूरा अधिकार है कि वो लीगल एक्शन लेना चाहे ले, और क्रिटिसाइज करना चाहे केवल तो क्रिटिसाइज करे। लेकिन उसके एवज में ये कह देना कि हम मुख्यमंत्री का हाथ तोड़ के दूसरे हाथ में रख देंगे, ये स्टेटमेंट सही नहीं। और अगर इसे एक्सेप्ट आज कर लिया गया तो न जाने क्या क्या एक्सेप्ट करना पड़ेगा। I want to bring in Dr. Rao as well. I know Sanju, you want to come in with a counter, but very quickly after Dr. Pullarao. Dr. Pullarao, the DMK and others wanted and they signed for an impeachment motion against the judge. Today, there are reports coming in from the state that a man has self-immolated because he was upset over not being given the right to light the Deepam. No word, no condemnation, no condolence, nothing from the DMK, absolute silence.
Let us, definitely anybody committing suicide is an act of pity, sympathy, and sorry that he was not. And my learned friends here will agree, you just don't get up in the morning. It's going to sound a little bit crude that, who is this man, what he has done, we have to go into all of that. And to link an individual tragedy to a temple issue and then blame it, I think it's a little far-fetched. I don't want to go into this because somebody will claim the high moral horse and say you don't sympathize with those who commit suicide. I definitely do. But that's an individual act. You don't link it. So many people commit suicide in Tamil Nadu over political issues. You know how many people committed suicide when Anandri died, MDR died? There's something there. Please don't link it to the temple issue. One more thing is,
the deceased,
I am
the
as good a
deceased,
Hindu as you
the
are.
family of the deceased, the family of the deceased has linked it to the temple issue. The family on record says he had sent some audio clippings. He had spoken to his wife. He was upset with the entire Deepam Rao. Your party netas who don't blink before making statement on Sanatan Dharma today don't have anything to offer.
In the major religions of this world, Jewish, Judaism, Islam, Christianity, they are religions of the book. Ours is a multi-theist religion. There is no pontiff, there is no pope, there is no mufti. Somebody to say, I represent Hinduism, is far-fetched, totally far-fetched. This is a vast country, it's a very old religion, and there are issues, legacy issues. Let us solve
What
them
legacy
slowly.
issues are you talking about?
There is a legacy
No,
issue.
what legacy issues are you talking about? No, one second. First, address the issue. Why is DMK not responding on the suicide?
No, suicide, I have definitely said it's a matter of great
I am
sorrow.
talking about an official reaction from the DMK that moved an impeachment motion against the judge, questioning the judgment, has nothing to say on a man who's committed suicide. And the family of the man says it is because of the temple issue.
Well, many times, I don't want to go into this case. We all know many a time people
It's
commit suicide
interesting
in this country.
that people in your party are experts. They become experts on Sanatan Dharma. But you don't want to get into this issue. Sanju Verma.
Swati, I want to make one thing very, very clear. The fact of the matter is that no one disputes the fact that Jesus Christ was born in Bethlehem. No one disputes the fact that Prophet Muhammad was born in Mecca. Nobody disputes the fact that Gautam Buddha was born at Lumbini in modern day Nepal. Nobody disputes the fact that the founder of Zoroastrianism was born in Eastern Persia, modern Iran. Nobody disputes the fact that Mahavir Jain, the greatest Jain ever, was born at Kundagram in modern Vaishali near Bihar. But पूरा का पूरा कायनात, पूरा का पूरा दरबारी ecosystem is held on lecturing the BJP and the entire right-wing ecosystem that, you know what, we are not sure whether, Prabhu Ram was actually born in India. Prabhu Ram तो शायद मुसलमान थे. Krishna Janmabhoomi, और मथुरा का भला connection क्या है? These are the kind of later questions that are put to us only because they're tolerant by choice. We are not tolerant because somebody has a gun to our head. It's high time the other side gets that loud and clear. But I'll just end very quickly by saying one thing. Krishna Bharwar, Dhruv Tyagi, Neeraj Prajapati, Mukesh Soni, Kamlesh Tiwari, Prashant Pujari, Ankit Saxena, Ratan Lal, Bharat Yadav, Subodh Singh, Tikalal Taplu, Girija Tikku, Justice Neelkanth Ganju, BK Ganju, Rajesh Kumar, Nikita Tomar, Rahul Rajput, Rahul Solanki, Dilbar Negi, V. Ramalingam. In सब के बीच में what is common? These are all people who were slaughtered and butchered or shot at gunpoint by radical Islamists.
Okay.
And I'm sick and tired of hearing from the other side. Each time a Hindu, finds himself given in to the sword, these people say, "Arey bhai, terrorism has no religion, terrorism has no name. Please don't start spreading hate. Please learn to be..."
Okay, but religion is all that one sees. Mr. Mandal, I know you want to come in. I quickly want to bring in Ravi Srivastava. Ravi Srivastava, pollution में भी religion दिखाई देता है. What kind of a चश्मा is this? ये कहाँ मिलता है ये चश्मा कि ये pollution में भी आपको religion का angle दिखाई दे जाता है? कि अगर pollution की बात हो रही है तो there is a Samajwadi Party MP who says burning bodies also leads to pollution. Holika Dahan also leads to pollution. अब क्या last rites भी perform करने नहीं देंगे?
I think that statement is too far-fetched and that does not has to do anything with the pollution here. But this is a fact that during the festival of Diwali, burning the firecrackers will definitely add to the pollution.
Only during Diwali.
And if somebody stops it, it must be stopped. And
only
see, it is because you have intensity is more.
No, the problem is you don't highlight the real issue. The issue at hand की क्रैकर्स दिक्कत है, बट क्रैकर्स दिवाली में दिक्कत है, होलिका दहन होली में दिक्कत है, burning of the bodies. You see religion in two things, sir. I am not bringing religion. That man was talking about pollution and all of a sudden he went into the last rites performed by Hindus. Who's bringing religion? You tell me.
I am telling it is a far-fetched one. It's a far-fetched statement. It does not happen. Burning body does not add to pollution anyway. This is a stupid statement.
It is,
but
no,
it is also
that's what
a
I'm
fact
saying.
that
You
the
simplify everything. Ravi Srivastava, you don't believe in it. Great. You've taken a very good stand today. Very balanced, very neutral. But this is not stupid, sir. This is not stupid. That you choose to see certain things and ignore others. That's not stupid. That's a very clear vision of what you want to see. Mr. Mondal, then Subhrashta.
No, I think when you talk about slaughtering of the people, whether Hindus and Muslims, it is happening under the nose of BJP now. It happened in Delhi just 1 month ago. 12 people were brutally killed. If you talk about radical Islamists, they are the radical Islamists. You can't save the people. It happened in Pahalgam. We have seen, all know what happened. You can't. Both the states are run by you. Whether Delhi or Jammu and Kashmir, you run them. You talk about the rights of the Hindus. 12 lakh Hindus are still suffering in Assam detention camp. You run the state in Assam. So when you talk about the rights and protection of the Hindus, you have failed.
Okay.
You have failed us. That's what I am saying again and again. Let us lay bare the hypocrisy of BJP for their fake love for Hindus.
Okay.
They don't. They only love their self-serving opportunism. The very idea of Hinduism and the very idea of Lord Rama is a weapon for them to exploit and fool people for the time being, not for the eternity.
Okay, I'll take quick responses. Sanju, Subhrashta first, then you can comment.
Response to what? This rant against BJP?
The hypocrisy.
So, Swati, we all know who is hypocrite when it comes to this question on gender justice, on gender rights. I don't think I really need to. I mean, none of them actually had the courage to come out and speak in unequivocal terms that what happened in Shamli was not just horrendous. It should not be allowed in any just society. Forget about that. My question to Monojit Mandal types is this. If they feel that BJP has sole proprietorship over Hindus, that is why they have abandoned the Hindus, right? Why don't they take up a Hindu cause? Why don't they take up the cause of Krishna Janmabhoomi and fight for us? We don't have an option today but to go to the BJP, right?
Okay.
Because you guys don't talk about Hindu sentiments at all. It is about placating one section of the society all the time. And let me also tell you, Swati, that Muslims are not minorities in this country. Let's really move out of this entire conversation. Parsis are, Jains are, Buddhists are, Muslims are no longer minorities in this country. We should not be under this impression.
I just have last 2 minutes. I want to accommodate everybody's views. So if everybody can actually wrap up their perspective in a couple of seconds, starting with Sanju Verma.
You know, I just want to tell Manojit Mandal that in April 2025, Hargobind Das and Chandan Das, a father-son duo, were brutally slaughtered and Mamata Banerjee failed to quell the Murshidabad riots, which was in response to the Waqf Act being passed in Parliament. Law and order state set. Mamata Banerjee has failed repeatedly. Durgapur rape horror, hua to hua. Kolkata Law College rape, hua to hua.
Okay.
You know, then we have the Park Street rape, and Mamata Banerjee said hua to hua, and this man is busy lecturing the BJP. Please look at the mirror. You will see the reflection.
Dr. Pullara. Closing remarks.
I just like to quote our defense minister, earlier Home Minister Rajnath Singh. He said Indian Muslims have great family values. There's no terrorism among them. They're moderate. They're an example to the world. He has proudly proclaimed it, and that is correct. We should take consideration of some of their hard beliefs and go along. I am sure that Rajnath Singh was not incorrect. He is very correct.
So while you agree with that, do also call out people who say saffron terror. Do also call out people who talk about saffron terror. Let me bring in Mohammad Faiz Khan. Closing comments, sir. Bataiye.
देखिए, मैं तो पहले ही कह चुका हूं कि भगवत त्याग है, भगवत तप है, भगवत तपस्या है, भगवत तितिक्षा, भगवत तर्क है, भगवत तत्व है। भगवा कभी आतंक नहीं हो सकता, क्योंकि भगवा में जितनी गहराई है उतनी ऊंचाई है। मैंने देखिए क्या पहना हुआ है, इसे चिश्ती रंग कहते हैं इस्लामी परंपरा में। ये लोग इस्लाम और मुसलमान के नाम पर आतंक फैला रहे हैं और आरोप लगा रहे हैं कि भगवा आतंक है। मुसलमानों को आत्म मूल्यांकन करना चाहिए। धर्म सुधार आंदोलन
इंट्रोस्पेक्शन कह रहे हैं मोहम्मद फैज खान। आसिफ आई हैव टू रैप अप वेरी क्विकली प्लीज।
मैडम देखिए, मैं तो यही बोल रहा हूँ, गलती जब होती है तो उसको पूरा जो हो सो मानना चाहिए, चाहे प्राइम मिनिस्टर हो, चीफ मिनिस्टर हो। आम इंसान को जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की बेइज्जती करने के राइट्स की जो सजा दी जाती है, दो पॉलिटिकल लोग जो हेड ऑफ द स्टेट है उनको भी इसके ऊपर जवाब देना चाहिए। कोर्ट को इंटरफियर करना चाहिए इसके अंदर।
लेकिन एक ही मामले में नहीं, फिर हर मामले में होना चाहिए। ये जो आप एक स्टैंड लेने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, फिर ये हर मामले में और हर विवाद पर होना चाहिए, एक तरफा फिर नहीं होना चाहिए। सिलेक्टिव आउटरेज और सिलेक्टिविज्म जो है ना वो नहीं होना चाहिए। आई एम कंप्लीटली आउट ऑफ टाइम। Shubh Rashtra, Professor Monojit Mondal and Ravi Srivastava will stay on with us for debate number 2. I'm thanking the rest of the guests. Thank you very much for your time.